Genuinely, the most difficult summit I've actually ever done. We are here to collect my rewards. Here's the new summit, the American way. Oh, I was worried for it. Honestly, I was genuinely worried that I wouldn't get this one. It took me so long. I got to rank 1,800, I would say. But I've got it. I have cracked it. I've got myself the Porsche Cayman Wasp Edition, which I've been very much looking forward to. Now, I wanted to point out something a little quickly before we progress. If you go through with the Ferrari Competizione, I said it's a new car. It's not. It is something that is already in the game, but it's yellow on the background, which says to me it's a hyper or race car, which this car is not available in that class right now. So I believe we may be getting in a new class. If not, why not? Rising Sun is returning. Polar Rush was the first one we did, so they are now looping the summits, which is good for those that haven't got the stuff, but at the same time, it's not great for those that wanted something a little bit fresh. They're streaming on the 17th of this month, which is before the looping of the summit, so we'll see what they've got in store. Wait, why do I have these in here? I'm very confused. I don't know what class it's in, so I'm just going to search for this. As you can see, it is Street Race. That's the standard one. It is Hypercar. It's Street Race. That's really... both the GT4 Caymans, the standard and the other one, are both in Street Race. I was hoping that this would maybe be in Hypercar to add it to that class of vehicles. Anyway, so we're going to bang in a bunch of 280 parts. We'll give it yellow parts because it is the Wasp Edition in the very nice yellow. I think I'm actually keeping the yellow. I say that now. I might change my mind. Again, it's already... yeah, it's already... You can't change the color. Are you joking? We can't change the color whatsoever. I think this may be one of the first cars that I'm going to properly mess about with. It has like an orange trim around the wheel as well, so we can put on some nice vanity items. That looks pretty sweet with this vehicle. Don't mind if I do. So, livery options. I don't believe many people would have created any liveries. We're going to have a look and see. This one seemed to remove some of the stripes, basically. Tinted the windows, of course. For some reason, people on the crew too have a crazy obsession with tinted windows. I don't want blacked out windows. It looks stupid. I want to be able to see out my blooming window. Here we go. Here is a man of culture. We've gone and made our car a different color. So I think it's definitely possible. We do probably lose the GT4 sticker on the side, unless I have something to say about it. Is that... Wait. Okay, let me just check something very quickly. The light... Oh! The color of the inside of the lights changes depending on the sticker that's near it. That is amazing. Not as amazing as customizing yourself, but you know. Oh, that's a nice color. I'm liking that. Some kind of satin or matte green. Okay. I'm dying. I'm dying. The GT sticker goes away, which is a bit of a shame, but I want to do a quick little color myself. I imagine the stripes on the top stay overlay the color, so I'm actually gonna change this up a little bit. Now, what color do we want to go with? We go with a red, an orange. I think a blue for the Cayman may work quite well. The Porsche blue. I'm not too sure how closely this represents that. Can we do a oh, here we go. And this is where we change the material of the stickers too. Right now, I can't exactly tell what it is. I think the standard is matte, so we'll have to go through. Oh, I think that's a kind of metallic-y color. And number 4, maybe gloss. We'll find out. Let's put one sticker on. Okay, it turns out material number 1 may be what we need. Interesting. I always thought material number 1 was matte. Maybe they changed it. They changed it to spite me. I think now it may be time for a quick livery montage. I may have spent a little bit longer on that than I actually anticipated. But here she is. I think this is possibly one of the nicest wraps I've ever made, which isn't difficult, to be fair. This, I'm actually going to share. I'm actually going to share this, make it available for people to download. Is the bottom of the spoiler blue? Put a nice black sticker on the bottom of that spoiler. We could also hide a sticker under there. Okay, now she's done. 61 stickers and looks tremendous. I keep seeing little parts of the car that I keep wanting to change. I'm just going to completely ignore any things I have in my head right now. This I'm going to share with multiple colors. If you want to download it, I will share it Like I have a Black Panther. Is it cross-platform? If not, it's just PS4. What do we even put it under? Let's put it under animals. Oh, you can put multiple. Urban, pro racing, street racing, and video game. Anywho, let's get it on and drive my new Wasp Edition GT4. There's been customized. Do you know what? The colors work so well. It looks like the Miami blue that I was going for with a nice splice of yellow accents all over it. The roof lines, they're fine. They'll do the job, all right? But if you do get the GT4, do consider downloading this design, because I'm actually quite proud of this one, to be honest with you. So, as you may or may not know, the Porsche GT4 in general handled really, really well when we first drove it. This Wasp Edition, I imagine, is going to be practically the same. In fact, because I do have both cars, we should probably compare them, give them a gan. They should be right next to each other. Both should be 280. So 226 miles an hour, 686 horsepower, 226, 686. Literally the same car, except this one has some bits on it. I'd say of the vehicles that they've added as the Summit Rewards, as kind of the special ones, I would say this is the least obvious one. There's not really anything that massively shouts, is the Wasp Edition! Because realistically, we can't customize it anymore. It's pretty preset on what it does. It doesn't have any specialness to it. Whereas the Evo Red Fury, it just looked completely different. It was completely changed. Obviously, Porsche is probably a little bit more strict on those terms of things. But I think the only obvious thing to do now is to do an event that I haven't done yet. Well, that event didn't actually start for some reason. I'm not exactly sure why. So we'll just try another one. Is the car glitched? Is it broken? Have I ruined the automobile's ability to actually start events? Ah! The game just needed a little bit of a cheeky restart. The Wasp Edition wrap just took it too long to process. There's so many layers on this wrap. It just looks incredible, doesn't it? Miles, get out my face with your big stupid car. You're too heavy for the Mississippi race. Now, it changed the weather to a set weather on this event, but it seems like it looked exactly the same as it did originally, which is all nice and well. Anywho, so yeah, I'm expecting the Summit to not loop, as we mentioned early on. The Rising Sun looks to be doing a return. I don't think it would actually get to that point. I think they're going to do an update, and it's going to pretty much replace them and have new events, which I'm super excited about. I cannot wait to see what Ivory Tower has been working on. Of course, we expect the expansion to be announced around the same time, if not next month's update. It will be when we go to Gamescom, which will be the month after, which is not that far away. So we're going to get two cracking bits of Crew 2 stuff. I'm interested to see what content is going to be added. Obviously, they are going to announce the update on the 17th, so I imagine it's going to come out around the same time as the Gamescom DLC drops. So I reckon what it's going to be is the expansion is going to release, and then you're going to get the free stuff on the update and the paid stuff. Oh! And the paid stuff, that'll come obviously as a paid expansion. I'm excited for this. I feel like they've been holding off on us. I can't wait to see what they're going to add to the game. Obviously, my number one thing right now would be, I would say a race editor is something I definitely need, but in terms of big content, what could they do? Maybe expand on the street racing story a little bit, because that seems to be the focus of the game right now, is to add more street races and stuff. What else could they do? An island, to me, probably makes a lot of sense, but at the same rate, does it? Because they'll be throwing it away for when the next game comes out. I don't know, man. It's a difficult one. It's a complicated one. We'll find out soon enough, hopefully. But in terms of this GT4 Wasp Edition, again, I've driven the GT4, and all Porsches handle amazingly. Feels like a Porsche. I don't know exactly what else you would have been expecting from a Porsche, but it feels like it isn't rear-wheel drive. It feels like it has plenty and a perfect amount, should I say, of power. It feels like the GT4, but it has some yellow bits on it. That's practically it. So in terms of the Summit Reward cars, I would probably put this pretty low down in terms of the new kind of reskinned cars that they added to the game. There have been some pretty exciting ones. Even I think the Huracan they added That was probably the best job of a reskin of a car. Coming up to the finish. I just realized the yellow stitching in the car. It's perfect. I'm a genius. I came up with the idea without even thinking about the yellow stitching. I just put yellow accents all over it because it's the Wasp edition. It's like a buzzing bee. And across the line. Very nice indeed. Ah! My bits are over on the field. Let's pick up my bits. There we go. Some blue bits for the blue Porsche. I'm trying to think of what other colours this would look good in. I think, honestly, every colour ever. I don't know. Anyway, this has been the GT4 Wasp edition. Let me know your thoughts on it down below in the comments. I think this technically may be the last car of the summer, unless I'm correct about that Ferrari. Is it a Ferrari? I think it's a Ferrari. The Ferrari that is being added. I think that may be a new class, a new spec. We'll see. It might have some customization that it didn't have before. I'll be sure to let you know. Be sure to smash like though. Subscribe if you are new, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.